Hello and welcome, I'm Phil Horne, top chef at High Fresh, and today I'm going to show you how to cook beautiful slow cooked Wagyu Topside beef. So with our topside, I've got 500 gram piece of topside here. I have a porcini mushroom and rosemary rub. This is just 10 grams of porcini mushrooms, half a teaspoon of chopped rosemary, and I've just put that in a food processor just to make it into a real nice fine dust. Okay, so to marinate the steak, I have a quarter teaspoon of Dijon mustard, completely coat our steak, then put our porcini mushroom dust, coat it all over, leave it for 12 hours. Okay, so we've got our slow cooker turned on. I've got that on a high heat, that's heating up, ready to go now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna sear our meat. This has been in the fridge now for 12 hours, so this is really well marinated. The mushroom is gonna give it a real nice earthy flavor. Tablespoon of oil, nice hot pan. We're going to give it a nice sear all over. While our meat's searing, we're just going to roughly chop our veg. So there's no right or wrong way of how we're going to cut our veggies here, as long as it is all evenly cut. Everything is roughly around the same size. All my carrots will evenly cook at the same time. So this should take maybe about 3 to 4 minutes. We're just going to get a real nice caramelization color all the way around. It's really important to get a good sear on the meat. This traps all the juices in, really helps that top side to stay nice and tender. Okay, so we're going to pop that into our slow cooker, and then I'm going to use the same pan with the oil for our veg. Okay, meat in, our veg straight in. We're just going to season that with a little bit of salt and pepper. Cook that out for 5 or 10 minutes. That's been caramelizing for about 5 minutes now. So we're going to now add half a tablespoon of tomato paste and roughly about 60 mils of red wine, just to deglaze, just to get up any of those excess flavors that we've left in the pan. Red wine in. Okay, all straight in the slow cooker. Make sure we get all beautiful juices out of the pan. And to finish, I have 1 cup, 250 mils of beef stock. And we're going to cook that for about an hour. While that's cooking, let's get our mash on. I've got half a kilo of agria potatoes in a pot, filled with water, heavily salted. We're going to bring that to a vigorous boil. Probably going to take about 40 minutes. Okay, so really important that when you're putting it through the sieve, we do it while it's nice and hot. If you let it cool down, it's going to be a lot harder to put through the sieve. As you can see here, very easy to put right the way through and takes a lot less effort than using your traditional masher. Now I've added 50 grams of unsalted butter and I've added 40 mils of milk. Look at that, beautiful, silky, creamy mashed potato. Now you can use any other kind of greens that you like. There's no right or wrong vegetable to use here, just that I've chose to use cabbage on this occasion. So a real nice hot pan, roughly around a tablespoon of oil. I'm just going to finely slice our cabbage. Salt and pepper. Only going to take 2 to 3 minutes. We still want to have a nice little bite to the cabbage. I've got roughly about maybe 10 grams of unsalted butter. Just going to put that in right at the very end. As soon as that's melted, it's coming off. Okay, cabbage is done. Turn the heat off. The next thing we need to do is just make our sauce and we can finally plate up. Okay, so we've transferred all the liquid from our slow cooker into our pan, brought it up to the boil. All I have now is 1/4 of a teaspoon of cornflour and 1/4 of a teaspoon of water. We're just going to emulsify that together to thicken up and we can plate. You can always add a more cornflour if it's too thin. You can always add a little bit more liquid if it's got a little bit too thick. May seem like a long process, but I promise, totally going to be worth it. Beautiful, creamy, silky mash. Our celery, our onion, our carrot, Okay, let's slice our beef and then we just need the sauce. As always, we slice against the grain and sauce. And there we have it, a real nice hearty winter Sunday roast, perfect for the family. Why not give it a try? See you next time.